right, we're gonna do 8-6. It is called factor using the greatest common factor. We are skipping that problem. We are doing this. So, we are going to reverse distribute. Reverse distribute. So, in this problem, I'll bring it back. In this problem, we would have to multiply this in, right? We would have to distribute it in. What we're doing here is we're taking the answer from that and we're figuring out what we can take out. Okay? What can we divide out? So we're reverse distributing. When we distribute, we're multiplying. So in this case, we're dividing. What is the largest number that we would be able to divide 27 and 18 by, Jerry? 9. Okay? What is the largest variable that we'd be able to take out? How many y's would we be able to take out of both of these? So we have to take the same amount out of each. How many y's would we be able to take out? 1, right? Because there's only one y in here. So I can divide this by 9y. All right? So here's how I'm going to write my answer. I have my 9y that I divided out. And then inside the parentheses, I'm going to write the result of the division. I'm going to say that again. I write my answer by putting whatever I divide by on the outside. And then the answer to my division goes inside the parentheses. Okay? So when I divide this first term, 27y squared, 27 divided by 9 is 3. Y squared divided by y, what do I have to do with my exponents? Remember here in chapter 7, if I was multiplying, I was adding my exponents. And then when I was dividing, I did what with my exponents? This would be opposite of each other. Here I added, what am I going to do with dividing? Subtract. Okay? So, how many y's are there on the top? How many y's are there on the bottom? 2 minus 1 is? 1. So it's going to be 3y. Okay? Move to my next term. Positive 18 divided by 9 is? Positive or negative? Positive 18 divided by 9 is positive 2. What's going to happen to my y's? They're going to cancel out because it's going to be 1 minus 1 is 0, and we know that anything to the 0 power is equal to 1. That's my answer.
We don't solve it?
You did. You did solve it. I'm giving, for the problem, I'm giving you what the answer was from previous chapters, and I'm saying, tell me what are the two things that you multiplied together to get that answer. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Oh, okay.
And for the rest of this chapter, that's what we're going to be figuring out. What are the two things I multiplied together to get that? So, it's important that you look at all of your terms. So I've got a -4, a -8, and a positive 2. What is the highest number I can take out of there? 2. Positive 2. Okay? How many A's can I take out? Be very careful. Look at all 3 of them. 1 A. Because, right? Because there's only 1 in the last 2, but there's 2 in this one. But I can only take out, I have to take something out of all of them. And sometimes you're not going to be able to take out some of the variables. Sometimes you won't, unless all 3 terms have the same variable? You can't take anything out. How many b's am I going to take out? 1. Do you see that I am doing that one number at a time, one variable, numbers at one time, then one variable at one time, one variable at one time, one variable, because if there's 4 variables in there, you want to look at each variable individually, okay? It's important that you get the right divisor, because if you don't have the right thing that you're dividing by, your answer's not going to be finished, okay? So my 2ab goes on the outside. If when you get your answer and you go, oh wait, I could have taken out one more x, or I could have taken out one more y, then do that. Do a second step, pull it out, put it out here with the rest of what you took out, and then finish the problem, okay? Sometimes you're going to realize that you could have taken out a bigger number or a bigger, more variables, and then just do it. Just start from there, okay? Be very careful. You need to pay attention to positives and negatives. When I divide this, what am I going to get this first term? Negative 4 times 2? Nope. Negative 4 divided by 2? Negative 2. Very important that you have the negative 2 in there. A squared divided by A doesn't cancel out. One of them cancels out, but you're going to have one left. B divided by B, that cancels out. Okay? Negative 8 divided by 2, negative 4. My A's cancel. My B's, how many am I? Cancel out one of them, so I'm going to have one left. My 2's, 2 divided by 2? 1. A divided by A? Cancels. B divided by B? Cancels. What's 1 times 1 times 1? 1. If you do not put this 1 here, you're going to have a wrong answer. Do you want to know how to check your answer to see if you have the correct answer written here? Distribute this back in. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. A times A is A squared. B. Good. 2 times negative 4, 2ab times negative 4b would give me that. 2ab times 1 would give me that. If you don't put this 1 here to hold this place, that wouldn't be there, and then this answer would be wrong, okay? So if everything cancels, you put a 1 there just to hold the place for us to multiply that back in. But we don't have to do that. Questions? No? I am taking one of them off. Take off number 3. Cross out number 3. On 9, 10, and 11, use the rule on the one that you can use your rule. Otherwise, just do really, really, really good math. Okay? That concludes our notes. God bless.